Welcome, Challenge Fanatics, to another episode of The Valentines, where we recap MTV's The Challenge this season, War of the Worlds, Episode 9, American Psycho. And yeah, we were discussing who was the American Psycho in this episode, because I didn't really know, and it's probably Hunter.
I think it's Hunter, because, if you've seen American Psycho, it's... Well, yes, he also is a murderer, but he's also,
Cool, calm, and
manipulative.
collected. Yeah.
And he seems normal, but is, manipulating people. So I would say, if they intentionally named it that after somebody, I would say Hunter.
Yeah. American Psycho.
Because of his whole Georgia,
Yeah, whatever.
that whole thing.
Yeah. First we get into our vomit-inducing segment of Cara and Paulie getting it on. So get your chuck buckets ready. We're about to go into this. We're about to go into the blankets and find out what really happened.
Oh, the smell.
The smells in that room.
Dog and, old cigarettes or something. I don't know.
Not good. Don't want to sleep in that room. They probably, at this point, just probably have that room all to themselves. If I was in that room, I'd be like, yeah, I'm outie. There's some open bed somewhere else.
Yeah, I would be like, I'll sleep literally I'll put a blanket in the bathtub.
I'll sleep on the kitchen counter. Yeah, I don't care. Is this disrespectful towards Kyle? Does he deserve it, or is it no big deal? It doesn't concern him?
So I'm really confused because it went after our segment of Ninja wishing Paulie was single, and we could talk more about that. Then it goes into Kyle upset. But I had no idea what he was upset about. Is he upset about Cara having sex?
I guess just this whole situation of them being so close all the time, no matter who's looking, no matter, And
that's what Kyle's upset about?
I guess, yeah, he's just jealous.
So he obviously still likes her.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure, I rewatched it too, and I was like, I have no idea what he's mad about. I just completely, that was over my head, and I was like, and then I even wrote, Cara, question mark? I guess.
Yeah, they haven't really talked about it much. They show him, fooling around about it more than being sad, so...
That's why it was very, caught me off guard. I was like, okay,
that's his,
different
defense mechanism, though, you are emotional about something, you make a joke out of it, about it, So I could see that.
They didn't ease us into that. It was just bam, Kyle's upset. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was mad depressed, too. He's like, I'm not alright. He was about to, quit.
Yeah. He's like, I can't handle it. I'm like, what? I don't know. It caught me off guard. But, anyway, then you have Ninja. I thought you were going to say, do you think it's disrespectful to Ninja?
Do you?
I think, in a sense, not that them having sex or, whatever, who cares? But the fact that he's not communicating with her and spending all of his time with Cara, he's not spending any time to bond with his partner, and it's obviously because of Cara. If Cara wasn't there, he would be.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably the least close team.
Remember Natalie and when Paulie was partners with Natalie?
And and Paul and Cara were split because of the Redemption House, so that's probably
they were together,
why.
But he was so close with his partner and spending a lot of time communication and remember all those clips of him trying to work with her on certain things and train her and stuff. So I don't know. I think him and Ninja could be a better team. And she even said, she's like, we've lost the last couple. What's going on? Uh-huh. So I think his focus isn't there.
Another thing I think went into that first season, it was his rookie season. We see how big of a challenge fan he is and, historian, and he knows everything. So maybe, he really wanted to make his mark on that first season so he would get invited back. Now he feels comfortable. He's got the relationship. He's got the rivalry with Kyle. So he can do whatever he wants. He'll be asked to be on the next season no matter what.
Yeah, but I thought he cared about actually winning.
I think he does.
Yeah. I think he does too, but I think he's losing his focus because of Cara.
Could be. We touched on Ninja a little bit. Yeah, her concern with how Paulie is too close to Cara. The advice from D was pretty much just to trust your veteran partner, that he'll get you to the final.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but she could also, like, try to do something about it, I guess. Not, like, break them up, but be like, hey, like, can we spend time?
Have a Wes therapy session or something.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably what they need.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what we get this whole episode is, like, partnership therapy. We see every partnership talking to each other.
Yeah.
Cam
and Ash talking about wanting to take Wes and Dee out.
Yeah. We get Kyle and Maddie talking about how Kyle is depressed. We get Dee and Ninja talking about their partnerships.
Yeah.
And we even get...
we have a Wes therapy session.
Yeah, then... The Wes therapy session. This might be Hunter's most comical moment in challenge history. He's not the funniest guy, but he made this work. I mean, it was probably Wes walking him through it, but...
Yeah, it was really funny. I also was like, oh my god. I mean, all I think about when I see things like this is I can't wait until the reunion.
Yeah.
Like, this is reunion worthy.
I could just imagine Georgia's face after rewatching this at home. She's so gullible. Gullible Georgia.
Oh, I like her, though. She's so, like, cute. I feel bad.
She might be the female rookie of the season. I'd say she's way more entertaining than Ninja.
Yeah. Andy.
Yeah, I think she's got that in the bag.
Yeah.
She should get an invite back for sure.
I feel like Maddie could be interesting, but she's not for some reason. Like,
oh, that's right.
I'm sure there's a lot that they're just not showing us because she seems like she has a personality.
Right, yeah, whatever comes out of her mouth, I'm a fan of Maddie, so.
Yeah. But so yeah, this Hunter Georgia therapy session, oh my god, his apology quote.
This was the American Psycho moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
She just like she was just
so
like
convinced.
Yes. Like, okay.
It's like she already made up her mind before she went in there. Like she was like, "Yep, we're gonna be best friends."
As soon as she walked out, he was like, just starts cracking up and was like, "That was too easy." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" I wish she like forgot something in the room and had to walk back in to get it.
Right, or just heard him like laughing immediately after the door closed. You know. Yeah, it was just funny. Like when they were both sitting on the couch and they were over and Georgia hugs him and then Hunter's like looking into the camera the whole time, like with a smirk.
My gosh. So good.
But yeah, we get
But Wes is right though. That's what you have to do. Like,
I mean, it worked brilliantly. So
that will help them get to the final. Like, unfortunately, being like shady like that, but
yeah,
whatever.
And they won the next challenge, so it helped a lot, probably.
Yeah, exactly. So,
which we get to next. Yeah, Road Warrior. You and your partner start on opposite trucks. Trucks will be going about 50 miles per hour. You have to transfer rings back, or by meeting in the gap between the two trucks with your teammate, and there's 16 rings to transfer. Yep, going into it, it was.
I've been seeing this one in the like intro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, every episode I've been seeing this, and I'm like, I kind of thought this was going to be like one of the last ones, just because it seemed so like pumped up on all the intros and all the commercials and everything. Like,
yeah, and for me, it was kind of reminiscent to one of the final challenges on Vendettas, where they're on the truck and they had to like go back and forth dodging the pillars.
Yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of that, which Kyle also killed this one as well, probably due to the total height between him and his partner. But yeah. So Paulie and Ninja go first. You know what really grinds my gears, sister?
Tell me. What grinds your gears?
Cara.
Yeah.
Specifically, when Paulie and Ninja were doing this challenge, we got some quotes here. "You're so hot in that harness. If I had to have one penis for the rest of my life, he's got a great one." Did that whole sentence really come out of your mouth without you stopping yourself?
Oh my gosh.
What does this mean? That's not normal behavior. What does that mean?
I don't know, like, cause I like people, like I would never do that? I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I think it's like, personally, it looks like overcompensation of her, like, actually maybe not being 100% happy and, like, trying to make it look like she's so happy.
Yeah, she's trying to act like she's 120% happy.
Or she just actually is that happy and doesn't know how to contain it. So, like, if that's the case, they just need to get married and stop cheating on each other. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then we pan to Kyle basically just, like, pulling his hair out. Like, can't stand it.
Oh, I don't blame him.
No, I mean, that's unnecessary. It's uncalled for. You don't need to say that shit, even if it's true.
Yeah, it's awkward.
With your ex next to you, especially. Like, there's too many factors.
Yeah. Speaking of Kyle, though, we haven't seen a lot of hookups with him and Maddie recently. I thought that was going to be, like, the couple of the season.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's due to him not, you know, like when he was talking to Maddie, he was talking about he's usually the most exciting person in the challenge house, but this season he's just been really down, so he's not himself.
So anyway, Ninja and Paulie, I wonder, like, if they would have been in the tribunal if they didn't drop one. I don't know. Maybe.
I would guess yes, but yeah, we don't know, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that did seem like Paulie's fault. It did seem like a lack of trust that his partner had the ring.
And that's, I think, lack of communication, lack of trust, like, all goes back to what we were saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, they need to spend more time just talking and, like, getting to know each other and just having that relationship.
Yeah, but that gets all thrown out the window after this episode.
Yeah.
Next we see Kyle and Maddie. Too easy for them. They get all 16 rings. Maddie may have been, like, bred for this. Like, she has been killing it in every challenge. She's, I mean, kinda similar to, like, a new Laurel. Just dominant.
I was thinking, like, Cam.
I think she's better than Cam. I think she will be better than Cam, yeah.
Okay.
But, hey, who knows? Laurel's, who knows where she is, so we do need a new dominant female.
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know yet. I feel like we haven't seen enough. But then again, maybe they're just not giving her screen time.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she ends up killing it in these episodes to come and she gets a lot of screen time.
Hopefully.
Turbo and Nani go next. Seems like
You mean Mom and Dad in the challenge house?
Yeah, Mom and Dad might as well. Since CT's gone. Seems like there's a language barrier that affects them for the first couple of times. It seems like Turbo's too anxious and just doesn't understand the 3-2-1 go system.
Yeah.
Which
they should have talked about it before they went up.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, but yeah, in the moment gets a little chaotic. But that is something they do have to deal with that hinders them a little bit. Just like a few seconds getting shaved off their time because of the language barrier. Nobody else has to really deal with that except maybe like the UK if they have a strong, thick accent.
Yeah, I mean, not only like, well, the accent, yeah, because he can speak English fine, but there is a little bit of a language barrier, then there's also a little bit of just understanding the accent. Mm-hmm. And then also, he's very unaware of just the dynamics of the challenge. I mean, he's starting to know them a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But he does have a couple things working against him. But they're still killing it. So that means that if he just keeps growing and, like, their communication gets better and he learns more about the challenge, then they're fine.
Yeah.
They got all 16.
Yep, they got all 16. Probably the coolest editing job production has ever done in the history of the challenge. Like, what? They made it seem like he was throwing a grenade? That was awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. They always do something with him, but not that, like...
And it's even better because Turbo doesn't think they're gonna, like, do anything with his edit. You know, he's just doing it because that's what he does. But
he does it every time, but when he watches it back, he's gonna be like, oh, shit.
They make it 10 times more, like, badass, and I'm sure he loves it.
Oh, my gosh. And Wes and D do so bad.
To me, it seemed like it was Dee's fault. She was struggling big time.
Yeah, it was her fault. She wasn't free fall jumping. Mm-hmm. She was holding back because she was scared.
Like Wes said, yeah.
Yeah. No, you could kind of tell, like, you can kind of tell, like, when she was jumping, like, she wasn't trying to jump far. I mean, they did so bad.
Yeah, they did the worst by at least half. Yeah, everyone got at least 15 rings.
And the only reason people didn't get 16 was because they dropped one. So everybody potentially would have gotten 16 if they didn't drop one.
Yeah, it's got to be a little scary for Dee for the future. Because she's by herself now, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, after they finish, immediately, Bear, losers!
Oh my god, he's so annoying.
I love it. Yeah, he's just being a troll, getting under their skin, which he did perfectly.
Which is, honestly, in the challenge house, like, he's doing it right. Like, Bear's... it's working, you know?
It's working. Didn't think it would, but it is working. Wes... Yeah, like I said, he gets under Wes's skin. Wes physically threatens him. Says if this wasn't the challenge, you would have half a face.
And then he starts shitting on Devon as well.
Yeah, man, he was
So he's crumbling.
He's crumbling a little bit.
Yeah.
So this brings me to a question: who would you rather see Wes paired up with if there was a rival season next season? Bear or Bananas? Right? I didn't think that would be a tough question to answer.
Bear. Because Bananas and Wes are at least, like, they have this, like, level of respect where they've both been, like, doing this for a while.
But maybe not after this season, because Wes didn't have that respect for Bananas that Bananas had for Wes.
I know, but Bananas seems so irrelevant right now. He does.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't won anything since Rivals 3. So.
And he was out of the season so early, and there's so many, like, bigger personalities, well, not or just as big personalities that are kind of make you don't even miss them.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said, like, I need a Wes Bananas pair on Rivals by the end of it, like by the time they retire. But yeah, Bear's making a strong case.
But who would Bear be with? If it, like, does he have any other rivals?
Oh, Bear Hunter, Bear
Hunter, wow, that would be dangerous.
Bear Hunter, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, anyway, yeah, Wes indeed shit the bed.
Yeah, good thing the last place Steven doesn't go into elimination.
Yeah.
So, Cara and Theo go next. Theo, too tall. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Just too tall for these challenges. It was too easy, I'm sure. Hunter and Georgia, they kill it. They are, like, they're such a well-rounded team. They really are.
I like, as long as they stop fighting. Do I have them marked as... Yeah, I have them marked as going into the final.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to make new final predictions at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Devon and Bear, they kill it. Devon, man, she's killing it, so good for her. 15 rings, they just dropped one. I don't know if they would have made it in the tribunal or anything, but they got 15 rings. KAM and Ashley go next, and they seem to kill it as well, get 16 rings. So, yeah, I mean, going into this, I didn't think most of the teams would finish it, so that was cool seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But, yes, that was the end of the challenge, and the 3 winners that are in the tribunal, Kyle and Maddie, Hunter and Georgia, and then...
Cara and Theo,
which I thought it was going to be Ashley and KAM, so I was a little surprised by that.
That would have made a big difference.
It would have made a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
That would have been...
Yeah, getting in that tribunal is fucking key now, because there's so few teams left that if you're not in that tribunal, the odds of you going into the elimination are, like, very, very, like, over 50%.
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
And that's why I was having a problem with the tribunal recently, but they completely fixed it with splitting the teams up.
Yes, but this one might have been pushing it a little bit. Because there was only
3 teams to choose from, because one team had the relic, the other 3 were in tribunal.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least it wasn't, like, 2 teams. I remember in, like, Dirty 30, there would be, like, 2 people going up to pull the double cross, and it's, like, ridiculous.
Well, it was 4 teams that weren't safe.
You sure?
Ashley
and KAM, Turbo and Nani, and Wes and D.
And Paulie and Ninja.
Paulie and Ninja were up there choosing. Because they got voted into elimination.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Oh. Yeah. So Paulie and Ninja had 3 teams to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in total there was only 4 that weren't safe. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was literally a 25% chance of going into the elimination.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we get to the nominations. Hunter's throwing a burn vote back at Turbo Nani. He is playing the most scared game ever.
Yeah, but
like in his challenge career. We'll see. I mean, you Survivor fans out there, he got to the merge, so I guess it's almost like a merge. Halfway through the season, they split the teams up, right?
Yeah. They just got to the merge in Survivor last episode, or 2 episodes ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of similar. Kyle and Maddie obviously throwing Paulie. Cara and Theo end up throwing in Wes and D because Theo doesn't want to throw in Ashley.
Yeah.
And then, they're talking for a little bit. Hunter has said he's willing to tie it up just to not create a target on his back for a team that he ends up voting in. So he's willing to literally go into elimination just so somebody doesn't get mad at him and
that's pretty stupid, but I think he knew that the other teams wouldn't let a tie happen because he was willing to... So, in a way, he wasn't willing to go into elimination.
He just had to act like it, and he had to believe it himself. He just really...
and then he knew that the other 5 people were going to be like, hell no, and somebody was just going to switch up their vote.
Yeah. Let's see. And that's the nominations. So what happened in the interrogation room? Anything?
Wes basically, Theo was kind of
Theo was the leader of it,
Who's your number 1? Who's your number 1? Wes's number 1 is Hunter.
I'm surprised he admitted that with Hunter right there and everything.
Yeah, and then Paulie's number 1 is Cara, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was actually it. That was it. That's really all we got from the interrogation. We just found out
where people stand.
1, but we already kind of knew that. I don't know.
As an audience, but maybe Theo didn't. Theo seems like he knows the least in this whole game right now. So
yeah. So then when we get to the elimination, that's where we have the hunters.
Yeah. Before that, we see
kind of good political game on his part. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out that way. But before that, I think, don't we get, Wes talking to Paulie? And, Paulie's like, I'm probably going to vote you in because you're a big name.
Yeah.
And, if I lose to you, it's whatever. But if I beat you, it's I beat a legend.
Yeah, and then Wes was pissed.
Yeah. I think once Wes got nominated, I thought his best move was to not say or do anything.
I think that conversation between Wes and Paulie should never have happened.
Yeah.
Because now they're against each other, right? Now they're, not cool.
I don't know about that, but Wes kind of, gave him an excuse to throw him in. He's like, yeah, you're right. I am a big name. That would be, a big
I don't know.
on your
Wes
part.
is, playing a sloppy game.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe all the newbies are scaring him, but he's usually so good around the newbies, getting them... Well... That's what he does every season. He gets the newbies, and he says, we're being an alliance, and we're going to go after the big names. He makes promises he can't fulfill, and I think that's where he's at right now.
Yeah.
He's too many people that were under his alliance, and now he's just, got no alliance. But killing floor, we go. We get a tie-up. TJ's like, let's try this again. Come on, TJ, we want to see what happens.
He will give them one chance always, though, to break it.
Yeah. But what do you think it seems like the tribunal would go into to elimination. They aren't dressed, but I suppose they can just be like, all right, let's get you dressed, and you're going into elimination.
All 3 of them?
Yeah, how would that work at that point? Would they have to vote for a team in the tribunal? Would the rest of the cast have to vote for a team?
The person holding the relic would pick the team that's going into the elimination.
That's a good one.
And they would have open game, and then whoever they choose has open game of who they go against.
And if Hunter was thinking about that, he would have thought, shit, if we tie it up, Bear and Devon have the relic. They will vote us in, so we'll go in no matter what if we tie it up. But that's just, if that's the case. But yeah, it's a good theory.
I'm surprised Georgia broke the tie.
Are you? I mean, she's just, like, so stressed.
I mean, well, like, I guess.
It's not like she had any loyalties for Paulie and Ninja. There's no UK on that team, so I wasn't too surprised.
You think Hunter kind of, like, set her up for that because he knew she would cave?
That's what Georgia was saying in the interview, maybe.
He's manipulating her so much, but it might help them get to the end.
But
so.
not in a dickish way. Like, that's fine manipulation in my mind. That's all part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the elimination, Paulie and Ninja end up getting voted in because of Georgia being the tiebreaker. Paulie wants to throw in D and Wes because he feels like that's kind of the reason why they're in there in the first place, because of Wes's shenanigans. But Ninja does not want to throw in D. It's her best friend in the house.
Paulie had to respect that, and I'm glad he did.
Right, yeah.
I mean, did you think that was a good choice not to choose him, or what? What do you think?
In that elimination, yeah.
Yeah. I think...
Wes
Honestly,
Wes is famous to be good at puzzles. I don't think it would have been a much harder battle.
Turbo and Nani might have been a good choice because of the language barrier. That might have been difficult.
What I was thinking as well. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Ash and Cam, which is kind of like a wild card. We don't know. And I mean, it was close. The elimination. What was it called? There was some pinwheel of death or something. I don't know.
I didn't write it down. I mean, Cam and Ashley definitely had a chance of winning. They just... You can't control if you're going to get sick or not.
Yeah. So, there's one partner that had to be on the wheel, which spun like 20 revolutions every minute. And then they had to direct... There was a puzzle key, their teammate was blindfolded, and they had to direct... The person on the wheel had to direct them to put the correct puzzle pieces in the correct places, in the right angle, at the right everything. So, that was the elimination in a nutshell, and Cam just couldn't hold it down. That was rough.
Yeah, that was bad. And, I get motion sickness, so I can totally relate to that. And she honestly handled that so
oh my god
well.
Kill a Cam for sure.
How many other people would have been like, just take me down?
Yeah,
just take me down.
That's scary. Just because throwing up constantly.
Not only was she throwing up, but I'm sure she felt terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Stomach, her head, she probably felt.
Have you ever thrown up upside down? I'm sure that's not a good feeling.
She was just spinning and just throwing up, and she would just be like, and just keep going, just wipe her mouth and keep going. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. There was a point where I'm like, damn, if she doesn't win this, she definitely deserved a win. But every time she was throwing up, that was seconds.
Yeah, and it seemed like they lost by a couple seconds.
They did. So I really, if she just didn't get sick.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that, you can't control it.
Yeah,
so,
you can't. Yeah, I feel like I watched that whole elimination with my, head tilted. Because, I don't know. It was strange.
Yeah, because she was tilting her head the whole time.
Right, yeah, everyone was trying to get that focal point, Paulie and Cam, so I was just like, eh.
Yeah, but, Paulie and Ninja, I would say, did this perfectly.
Yeah, as perfect as they could.
So if Cam so whoever they were up against didn't have any room for error, and just those seconds wasted throwing up that was what the difference was.
Mm-hmm.
Paul and Ninja,
We're going to speak the rest of the podcast in gibberish.
Pinja.
That's a good one.
They had a great system where it was just calling out numbers.
Yeah.
And
coordination.
And they were calling out 180 degrees instead of saying turn it twice.
Right.
And he wasn't even saying 180. He would just be 180.
180. Yeah, they had it.
2, 4. like, they had a very quick system.
Yeah.
Instead of, turn it one more time to the left. No, like, they weren't wasting any time with that. So they just had a very well-oiled, like, system down, and they obviously deserved the win.
Yeah.
So then Paulie's mad cocky.
What is he? He's like, I don't know. It's got to be that Napoleon complex thing.
I don't know. He's just mad. Like, it's so obnoxious because I want to like him because he is a good competitor, but then he's so obnoxiously cocky when he wins, and I'm just like, I don't want to see you win.
Like, I really don't think you could beat everybody, like, one-on-one. Like, who knows what the challenge would be? He's the smallest guy in the field. I understand he's probably the most athletic. But, you know, like, if I'm... I don't know. We'll see.
But then I was on the edge of my seat at the end when Cam and Ashley said check first.
Uh-huh. Right? I was like, please, like... Oh,
they said check first, and one was...
No. Paulie said check first.
Paulie Ninja said check first.
They had one incorrect.
One wrong, and then Cam and Ashley said check, and I was like, no.
Please. Yeah.
And then they had one wrong, and Paulie and Ninja were able to fix it first. But, I mean, that's the type of elimination you want to see.
Yeah. Nail biter. A lot of vomit. See, we did see, like, sneak peeks into this, like, way before. And, like, we saw Cam, like, throwing up. I don't know if you remember seeing, like, quick clips of, like, Cam throwing up. And I'm like, oh, that must be an eating challenge. Not an eating challenge. It was a spinning challenge.
I need an eating challenge soon.
And, yeah, there should be on the horizon.
Or trivia.
Huh?
Trivia.
Or a trivia, yeah. Now that the teams are split, I think there's no excuse why we shouldn't see a trivia and or eating challenge maybe in the same challenge. You get a question wrong, got to eat that bull's testicle.
So this is the last relic.
Relic, and they are splitting up the teams. It is an individual game right now. We saw that in the sneak peek in the mid-season trailer. I didn't think we were going to get it until a couple episodes later, but we got it on the next episode.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, now we're down to... we started with 16 teams.
Now we got 14 individuals, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 teams left?
Well, no teams.
Well,
14
people.
individuals, left in the game.
And then we find out first place is $750K, second place is $250K, third place is $50K.
You know, I kind of wish they didn't do this in the way, like, are we going to get another Vendettas final where it's all decided on a puzzle?
I don't know.
Because it was individual,
That's when that Cara won, right?
That's when Cara won, yeah. And we got a Cara interview, like, do I have to win this again? And I just have a strong feeling she's going to... If I had to guess, my guess is Cara winning.
Really?
Cara... I mean, we don't know. It's so weird with the mixed sex finals. You don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought Cara would beat Zach in an individual final? But she did, because it all came down to a puzzle.
I kind of wish... I wanted to see, like... I got so invested in these teams that I kind of wish it was the teams going into the final.
I just want to see more people win. What's with this individual winner? Like, I want to see a team win. I want to see a girl winner and a guy winner.
Yeah.
Like, why can't there be that?
Yeah, I would have loved to see, like, Nani and Turbo first place. Like, Paulie Ninja second place. I don't know. Hunter Georgia third. Like, I would have loved to see 6 people winning.
Right. Yeah. At least second place is a good $200K. Usually they do, like, first place $1 million, second place rats shit on the ground, third place.
Well, apparently this first place is more than what Cara got, because she's like, this is way more than what I got.
Yeah, I think it was, what, $750,000?
For this one.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
holy
a lot.
shit, if Cara wins that money, that's way too much money for one person.
For her, and she probably already has her old winnings.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. I have to like go through my list now, because now who I thought was going to the final, it's going to change.
Yeah, but even going forward, are the challenges going to be less physical because there can be a woman in the tribunal as well? You know.
So all of the challenges moving forward are going to have equalizers.
Oh my god. That's not.
Gender control.
That doesn't make me happy.
This challenge, this season's been so good, and all the challenges have been so like awesome, and now it's like I don't know.
What are they gonna do? I'm so unsure. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if this is the best choice, but we'll see.
Yeah, we see on the next it's a challenge of like wind resistance.
Yeah.
So that is pretty gender neutral, I think. I don't even know. Maybe it's harder for a guy who weighs 260 to walk through wind resistance than a tiny girl, or the opposite. I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Also, next on, we see, I think this is when Turbo flips out and says, "Nobody can fuck me up." I think he's kind of directing that towards Hunter, so I think Hunter says something.
Which is not good, because that's Nani's alliance.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she threw them in?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. This season's so weird with the tribunal. It's like people are throwing, or like literally voting for their alliance as burn votes.
Yeah.
But it's getting very close to being like a tie and everything. It's super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, we didn't introduce ourselves by our names, just the Valentines.
That's fine.
That. Yeah, we're the Valentines, sure. Don't need to know our first names, Tom and Nicole. Anyway. I think
How about we introduce ourselves at the end of the podcast?
Hey guys, this is Tom and
Nicole.
Alright. Who's your competitor of the week? Saw a challenge, we saw elimination.
Damn.
I want to give it to Georgia again.
Yeah, I kind of want to give it to KAM.
Oh,
because I feel like a lot of people could not have done what she did.
Right, I believe that, yeah.
So, I mean, as a competitor, that was, really impressive. Mm. She didn't necessarily win, but I don't see a lot of people toughing through that like she did.
Yeah. You go with KAM, I'll go with Georgia. If KAM won that, definitely. But,
yeah. But it's not all about winning.
Yes, it is. Okay. Politician of the week.
I gotta say Hunter.
Yeah, we gotta go with Hunter. He had a lot of, political
he had some, big, faults, too, putting in his own alliance, but
yeah, it could turn out
to work out in the end.
Yeah, it could turn out horrible to where he ends up in the elimination, or great where he has no target on his back, and it ended up being great. Maybe, I'm you would think everybody is split up, but most of the teams still have that alliance with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if Hunter and Georgia do.
Maybe they do now that he's lying to her.
Yeah. But maybe he'll let loose now that they're not teammates and be like, "Oh my god, thank God, I hated you." I can see Hunter doing that, you know?
Yeah. Well.
But I think that wraps it up. Anything else we are forgetting?
Nope. I think that's all.
All right.
Just gotta see how this unfolds.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. This has been fun. You have been... we are the Valentines, and we will be back next week for episode 10, the first episode where everybody will be an individual, so that should be fun to recap. But yeah, follow me on Twitter at NoValentines with a Z at the end. Feel free to ask questions, give us a like, thumbs up. We're uploading to YouTube now. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.
Adios.